Hello, and welcome back to Speak English Fluently.
Hi everyone! We are so happy you're here with us today.
This channel helps you practice real English every day.
Please click that subscribe button and like this video. I'm Adam.
And I'm Anna.
Hi, Anna. How are you doing?
Hi Adam, I am doing great, thanks. And you?
I am feeling relaxed. I enjoyed my free time.
That is nice. People love talking about free time activities.
Exactly. That is the main topic for us today.
We will learn how to discuss hobbies naturally.
I hope you guys enjoy this conversation with us.
Well, Adam, let's jump right into the conversation then.
So, how do we usually start these conversations?
Most people just ask, "What is your hobby?"
Yeah, but that sounds so formal and stiff.
It really does. It sounds like an interview.
Exactly. We want to sound friendly and casual.
So, what is a better question to ask?
I usually ask, what do you do for fun?
Oh, I like that. It feels much lighter.
It opens the door for any kind of answer.
True. A hobby sounds like collecting stamps or coins.
Right. Fun can mean literally anything at all.
Or you could ask, "What are you up to?"
That works great for the weekend plans specifically.
Yeah, what are you up to this weekend?
It is a nice way to find shared interests.
Definitely. It makes the chat flow so much better.
Do you ever ask about their spare time directly?
Sometimes I ask, "What do you do outside work?"
Oh, that is a smart way to frame it.
It separates the job from the actual fun life.
People love talking about things other than their jobs.
Exactly. Work is boring, but free time is exciting.
So how do you answer if someone asks you?
I usually start with something simple and very honest.
Like watching a good series on a Friday night?
Yes, or just trying out a new restaurant.
See, that is not technically a hobby per se.
No, but it is what I do for fun.
Precisely. We need to normalize these simple, chill answers.
I think people feel pressure to sound very interesting.
Yeah, they want to sound active and super productive.
But relaxing is a valid use of free time.
Absolutely. Doing nothing is actually a great activity sometimes.
So we should not fear giving a simple answer.
No way. Just be real about your spare time.
What about asking, "How do you spend your Sundays?"
That is specific, but I think it works well.
Sunday usually has a different vibe than Saturday does.
True. Saturdays are for parties. Sundays are for rest.
Unless you have kids, then it's all busy.
Fair point. The context changes everything for us.
So the goal is just starting a natural conversation.
Yes, the question is just a little spark, really.
We don't need a scripted list of questions.
Just curiosity. What keeps you busy these days?
Oh, keeps you busy is a very cool phrase.
It implies they're doing something important or fun.
And it sounds very polite, but also friendly enough.
Exactly. It's all about that friendly, open vibe.
Do you think tone matters when asking these questions?
Huge amount. You must sound genuinely interested in them.
Right. If you sound bored, they won't answer.
You have to look at them and really listen.
So body language is part of the ice breaking.
Definitely. Smile when you ask, what do you do?
It makes the other person feel safe to share.
And they might share something you really love too.
That's the best part, finding that common ground.
Suddenly, you're not strangers anymore. You're friends.
All because you asked a better question than hobbies.
Hobbies are out. Real-life interests are definitely in.
I'm totally ready to try this out now.
Me too. No more boring interviews at parties, okay?
Deal. Let's keep things real and fun from now.
So, we asked the question, now we answer.
Right, but we cannot just say I like.
I like is okay, but it is boring.
It sounds a bit weak for meaningful passion.
Exactly. We need words that show real feeling.
I often say I am really into cooking.
Oh, into is such a great little word.
It means I do it and love it.
You can be really into almost anything, right?
Yeah, like I'm into jazz music lately.
That sounds way cooler than I like jazz.
It implies you are actively listening to it.
What about being a fan of something specific?
Oh, I am a big fan of hiking.
That works perfect for sports or outdoor activities.
You can even be a huge fan of movies.
Big fan shows you know a lot, too.
Yeah, it suggests you have some actual knowledge.
I sometimes use the phrase keen on, too.
Keen on sounds a little bit British, right?
Maybe, but is very useful for enthusiasm.
I am quite keen on photography these days.
That sounds very sophisticated and serious about it.
It does. It shows a genuine deep interest.
What if you're completely obsessed with it?
Then I say I'm crazy about it.
Crazy about is strong. It means pure love.
Like, I'm crazy about that new band.
You must listen to them all day long.
Haha, exactly. It's not just a casual like.
I also hear people say mad about sometimes.
Yeah, mad about football is a classic one.
It paints a picture of a real fan.
Do you have anything you're mad about?
Honestly, I'm totally mad about old cars.
Oh, really? I didn't know that fact.
Yeah, I spend hours just looking at them.
See, like wouldn't cover that feeling enough.
I like old cars sounds just so flat.
It doesn't show the time you spend.
Another good one is it's my passion.
That's for something very deep and personal.
Writing poetry is my passion. That sounds beautiful.
It sounds like it comes from the heart.
But be careful not to overuse that word.
True. You can't have a passion for snacks.
Chips are my passion. That's weird.
Unless you're a professional chef or something.
Good point. Context always matters with these words.
What about things we just enjoy doing quietly?
I enjoy reading is simple and very elegant.
Enjoy is softer than into, but still nice.
It suggests a peaceful kind of happy feeling.
I really enjoy walking my dog at night.
That sounds lovely, very specific and very real.
It adds more color than the word like.
So we have into, fan, keen, and crazy.
A whole toolkit to describe our favorite things.
It makes you sound much more interesting instantly.
And it helps the other person understand you.
You get the vibe of your true personality.
Which is the whole point of chatting, really.
Exactly. We're painting a picture with words.
I'm definitely into using these new phrases.
Knowing words is good, but what about timing?
You mean how often we do these things?
Exactly. We need to describe our actual routine.
I do yoga, but not every single day.
So you do it every now and then?
Yes, that is the perfect phrase for it.
It means sometimes, but not on a schedule.
Exactly. Just whenever I feel like doing it.
What about things you do extremely rarely?
Oh, like going to the opera, maybe.
Yeah, I do that once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon is a classic.
It sounds so poetic for being very rare.
It means almost never, but it happens.
I go camping once in a blue moon.
Really? I thought you went camping every weekend.
I wish, but work keeps me too busy.
So what is something you do 24/7?
I listen to podcasts literally 24/7.
That means you do it all day long.
Pretty much. Driving, cooking, even falling asleep.
Wow, that is a serious level of dedication.
It becomes a habit, not just a hobby.
My brother plays video games 24/7 these days.
That is very common for teenagers usually.
What about the phrase most of the time?
That is good for general, normal habits.
I cook dinner at home most of the time,
It shows it's your standard, normal routine.
but not 100%, maybe 80%.
Right. It leaves room for pizza sometimes.
Exactly. We cannot be perfect all the time.
Do you ever say on a weekly basis?
Yeah, that sounds a bit more organized, though.
I go to the gym on a weekly basis.
It implies you have a specific plan set.
It's less casual than every now and then.
True. Structure versus just going with the flow.
I like whenever I get the chance to.
Oh, that's a very honest phrase, actually.
It means I want to, but time is tight.
I read novels whenever I get the chance.
Exactly. It shows desire, but also busy reality.
It's a very relatable way to put it.
How about things we used to do often?
I used to swim a lot back then.
That sets the timeline clearly in the past.
It explains why you're not doing it now.
Frequency really changes the meaning of the activity.
Yeah, 24/7 is obsession. Blue moon is special.
And every other day is a solid routine.
Oh, every other day is useful to know.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That's every other day.
It sounds very disciplined and very structured indeed.
So how often do you check your phone?
Oh gosh, that's definitely a 24/7 thing.
I think we're all guilty there.
We need to do that once in a blue moon.
Imagine checking your phone only once a month.
That would be a very different life entirely.
Maybe we should try it for one weekend.
I don't know if I could survive that.
Well, we can talk about detoxing later, maybe.
Good plan. Let's stick to fun hobbies now.
We talked about what we love doing.
But we definitely do not love everything.
True, sometimes you just have to say no.
Saying I hate it sounds very harsh.
It sounds rude and shuts down conversation.
So what is a polite alternative then?
I usually say, it is not really my thing.
Not my thing is gentle and respectful.
It just means it doesn't suit me.
Camping is not really my thing, honestly.
Perfect. You're not insulting the camping trip.
Another classic phrase is not my cup of tea.
Oh, that is such a British expression.
But everyone understands it perfectly these days.
Horror movies are not my cup of tea.
Exactly. It sounds sophisticated and very polite.
It's way better than saying they suck.
Yeah, never say that to a fan.
What if you really, really dislike something?
Then I might say I can't stand it.
Can't stand it is quite strong, though.
Use it for things that really annoy you.
I can't stand waiting in long lines.
Oh, I think nobody can stand doing that.
Or I can't stand loud heavy metal music.
That's a fair opinion to have, really.
Just be careful who you say it to.
Right, don't say it to a metal fan.
Is there a way to be vague?
You can say, it doesn't do much for me.
That's very subtle and very neutral.
It means, I tried it but felt nothing.
Modern art doesn't do much for me.
A lot of people feel that way, actually.
It avoids an argument about taste and style.
Exactly, you're just stating your personal feeling.
How about refusing an invite politely?
I'm not a huge fan of bowling.
That works. It softens the rejection a lot.
Instead of just saying, no, that's boring.
We always want to keep the vibe friendly.
Even when we disagree on the activity.
I sometimes say, I'll pass on that.
I'll pass is quick and very clear.
I think I'll pass on the karaoke.
Karaoke is definitely not for everyone.
It's terrifying if you cannot sing well.
So it's okay to have different tastes.
Absolutely. That's what makes us interesting people.
Imagine if we all liked the same stuff.
That would be a very boring world indeed.
So own your dislikes with confidence now.
Just remember to be polite about it.
Not my cup of tea is my favorite.
It's charming and effective at the same time.
Do you like watching golf on TV?
Honestly, golf is not really my thing.
I agree. It puts me to sleep instantly.
At least we agree on that one.
See? Shared dislikes can also build connections.
That's a very good point, actually.
We can bond over things we avoid.
We both can't stand traffic jams.
Exactly. A perfect start to a friendship.
So, are you an indoor or outdoor person?
It really depends on my mood that day.
Sometimes we just need a quiet night in.
Oh yeah, staying in is a luxury sometimes.
Just locking the door and ignoring the world.
Wearing comfortable clothes and ordering some good food.
We call that a lazy Sunday vibe usually.
Or a chill night after a long week.
Do you invite friends over for chill nights?
Sometimes, but often I just want total silence.
Solitude can be very recharging for us all.
Exactly. But sometimes I need to get out.
When the energy levels are high, you mean?
Yeah, then I want to hang out somewhere.
Hanging out is the best phrase for socializing.
It means spending time without a strict plan.
Let's hang out at the park this weekend.
It sounds very low pressure and very fun.
What do you usually do when hanging out?
Usually we just grab a coffee and talk.
Grab a coffee is a universal social activity.
Even if you do not drink coffee, really.
True, you can just grab a juice.
It's about the company, not the drink.
Sometimes we might catch a movie together too.
Catch a movie sounds cooler than watch one.
It implies going to the cinema specifically, right?
Yes, going out to the big screen experience.
Do you prefer active weekends or lazy ones?
I try to balance them out pretty well.
Too much relaxing can become boring eventually, though.
And too much activity is just plain exhausting.
We need to recharge to be social again.
Exactly. It's a cycle of rest and play.
I love grabbing a bite with friends, too.
Oh, grab a bite is perfect for lunch.
Quick, easy, and usually involves some tasty burgers.
It's less formal than going to dinner.
Going to dinner sounds like a planned date.
Right. Grab a bite is spontaneous and casual.
Do you like hitting the gym with friends?
Hitting the gym sounds so aggressive and intense.
It just means going to exercise hard.
I prefer hitting the gym alone to focus.
Socializing at the gym is distracting for me.
I agree. I'm there to sweat, mostly.
So, gym alone, but coffee with the group?
That sounds like the perfect balance for me.
What about hitting the town on Friday night?
That means going out partying late at night.
It suggests a lot of energy and fun.
I do that only once in a blue moon.
Nice callback to our previous topic right there.
I'm learning fast in this episode.
Staying in versus going out is a choice.
And it's okay to choose the sofa.
The sofa is often the best friend we have.
Especially when it's raining outside the window.
Then staying in becomes the only logical option.
And catching up on sleep is a hobby.
Catching up is another great phrasal verb there.
We are full of great vocabulary today, Adam.
But we have one more section to cover.
Let's make it the best one yet then.
So we have the basics down pretty well.
Now we need some cool slang to use.
Phrases that make us sound like native speakers.
Exactly. We don't want to sound like robots.
Sometimes we just want to be lazy, right?
You mean being a total couch potato?
Exactly. Sitting on the sofa doing absolutely nothing.
I am definitely a couch potato on Sundays.
Just watching TV and eating some junk food.
It is a valid lifestyle choice sometimes, honestly.
But we cannot do that every single day.
No, sometimes we really need to release energy.
That is when we blow off some steam.
Oh, blow off steam is a strong image.
It means getting rid of stress or anger.
I go running to blow off some steam.
Boxing is also great to blow off steam.
It stops you from exploding like a kettle.
That is exactly where the idiom is from.
What about when we just want pure fun?
You mean when you let your hair down.
Yes, let your hair down is simply perfect.
It means relaxing and behaving very freely indeed.
Usually at a party or with good friends.
It is time to let our hair down.
Even if you have short hair like me?
Yes, it's just a figure of speech.
It's about dropping your guard completely today.
Do you know the phrase, have a blast?
Oh, we had a blast means great fun.
I had a blast at the concert yesterday.
It sounds explosive and very exciting to me.
What do you call a very social person?
A social butterfly is the term we use.
Moving from person to person at a party.
Just like a butterfly flying between the flowers.
She's such a social butterfly, isn't she?
I'm definitely not a social butterfly usually.
I prefer being a culture vulture myself, actually.
A culture vulture? That sounds very interesting indeed.
Someone who loves museums, arts, and theaters.
You consume culture like a hungry bird does.
Exactly. What about people who love shopping?
We usually call those people shopaholics, don't we?
Addicted to buying things they don't need?
My sister is a total shopaholic, sadly.
It can be an expensive hobby to have.
Do you know what an outdoorsy person is?
Someone who loves nature and being outside mostly.
I'm not very outdoorsy in winter.
Me neither. I prefer the warm indoors, honestly.
Unless we are painting the town red.
Oh, paint the town red is classic slang.
It means going out and celebrating wildly tonight.
Usually involving dancing and maybe some loud music.
Let's paint the town red this Friday night.
It suggests a very memorable night out together.
These idioms really make English sound very colorful.
They add so much flavor to the chat.
Instead of just saying, I had fun,
You say, I had a total blast.
or I let my hair down completely.
It shows emotion, not just simple dry facts.
I feel like a pro speaker right now.
You sound like one, that's for sure.
I'm ready to wrap this up nicely.
We covered so many cool expressions today, Anna.
My vocabulary feels much bigger and better now.
Which phrase was your personal favorite one today?
I really loved the phrase couch potato, honestly.
It is definitely a fun one to use.
Now we have a little challenge for you.
Use one new phrase in the comments below.
Tell us what is not your cup of tea.
Or tell us what you were crazy about.
We read every single comment you guys write.
If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button.
And do not forget to subscribe for more.
We have more real English conversations coming soon.
Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys.
See you in the next episode. Take care.
Bye. Have a blast with your English practice.